you're new here, my name is Louise and this is the weekly haul. My channel is a bit of everything now, but my hauls on a Saturday, 5 o'clock, you can guarantee you're going to get a haul. So this is like the week's food. This is not what I will make all my meals with. I do have things in the cupboards and the freezer and the fridge. I have a lot of things left over from last week for fresh. So this is like just a top up to those things. So if you enjoy this type of thing, you enjoy somebody that talks a lot, because I do talk a lot. I give you a story about everything. This will be the channel for you. If you wanted to subscribe, there's a button down there. Like, comment, share, I love all that stuff. I'm looking over there because I've just worked it out. So, we work on a £60 budget, that's for me and my adult son. I went to 2 shops this week. It seems to be a thing at the moment. We're going to Iceland and we're going to Asda, because Iceland have got some really good stuff at the moment. So, 53.83, hang on. No, 55.83 is what we spent. You have to add both receipts up. 55.83 is what we spent in total. So we have a few pennies left over, which is good. So if you, so I will give you prices as we go along. If you add it up, you'll get a different total. The reason for that is because I always donate 3 things to the food bank when I'm in Asda. They have a food bank trolley right at the door, and I always donate 3 things. There's no reason for 3. It's just it just happened. I don't know. And it could be anything. So this week I actually picked up a packet of sanitary towels, because like I said last week, I feel like that's just going to be a regular thing in the trolley, because people don't tend to donate that type of thing. A tin of rice pudding and a packet of spaghetti, dried spaghetti. Like I said, no reason for it, just whatever ends up in there, ends up in there. So Asda this week, don't know if the delivery was late or if something's going on, but stocks were ridiculously low throughout that entire store. I mean, like the fruit and veg section, big empty packets. Like there was things I couldn't get if I did want to get them. The same bread. I've been in the store about probably 5 times, like literally every day after work. I popped in there looking for burger rolls. Can't get them, not the ones I want. But the shelves are really empty. Like in our store, I would say 1 aisle, 3/4 of that is usually all the different types of breads and rolls and stuff like that. And then you have your fresh section at the back. But I would say that was probably only a 1/3 full at any point this week. Just everywhere. Tins were low. Everything was just really short. I don't know, let me know, is it your Asda as well? Was it just, it could have just been the delivery was late, or staffing, they couldn't get it out when they wanted to. It could have been just something simple like that, but it was like significant. So it did make things a little bit harder for me. You know, if you've been here for a while, I've told you a number of times, the brain don't work so well. So a lot of the time I do a lot of standing around and just thinking about it anyway, so not a big deal. I've got majority of the bits on my list, only a couple of little bits and bobs that weren't really needed to get it right now. I could get it next week type thing, so not a big deal again. I think that's everything. My battery is flashing. It said I had half a battery. I feel like it lied to me. So let's get on with the haul, and I'll change my battery before we do it. Okay, so like I said, I have lots of leftover things, so I didn't need much. This is my fresh section. I didn't need a lot. I haven't touched the potatoes from last week. You know, I've got lettuce. I've still got a little bit of tomatoes. Still got stuff. I just don't need a lot of it, so I didn't buy it. I got cherry tomatoes this week. These are 69p. They don't work out the best choice for weight and stuff, but I haven't had them for a while, so I just thought we'd go with them. They're pretty decent. Cucumber, very small. All of them were very small, and they are now 89p. That's a lot of money, and that is like a lot smaller than they usually are. I got some lemons, and they are 65p. Were they 65p last time? Maybe they were. I thought they were 55. 65p for the lemons. I've got to make another batch of our immune wellness shot thingy, and the lemons is the only part that I need. We still are good for oranges, so I just got a packet of those. Coleslaw, you know, this seems to be a regular at the moment. I'm just really enjoying it. I'm trying to eat a little bit, but I know I literally say that every single week. I fail pretty much 99% of the time, but we've had 2 decent days, so I started calorie counting because that's just the best way to do it. And there's a lot of calories in these. I weighed it out, just 1 serving. Seriously, it's a mouthful. A big mouthful, but it's still 1 mouthful. So yeah, I may have to stop getting this and get the other one. But £1.20 for 600 grams is really good, and it's just a really, really nice one. Got an instant coffee, 99p, basic, cheap, cheerful, does the job. It's not hugely bitter one. I'm not a coffee connoisseur, I have to say, I'm not. I like a basic coffee, and that is exactly what you're getting with that, and I really enjoy it. 99p, awesome price. 4 pints of semi-skim milk, and this is £1.45. Again, it's sort of doing us. We've got about half of this left, but if I didn't get one, we wouldn't have had enough for the next week, and I'm not buying 2 pints. I think it works out like 25p difference to get another 2, so 4 pint is 25p more expensive than the 2 pint, so I'm just not going to get a smaller one. I got some chicken slices, again calories, I'm thinking very much what's calories. I have actually started paying attention, so a lot of them they will just tell you, like this one is silly, 1/8 of a pack. Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Why would they not just say serving size and this weight is a serving size? 1/8 of a pack. All right, it's not that hard to figure this one out, but it's frustrating me because I've seen a lot of the American people in America on YouTube and stuff that are losing weight, and they have all the serving size on their packets. It's just so much simpler. So, you know, anybody who has anything to do with packages and stuff, yeah, please do that. I got this one again because it's on a £2 deal. I've mentioned before a number of times recently, these 400 gram packs have gone down from £2.75 to £2. This is on £2, but again, they've got a couple of them that are still £2.75, so you do need to check them. I just went with the chicken because that was the best choice out of the options they had. Now, just gone up, it was £4.40, and I thought it was still £4.40, but I checked my receipt because I was making sure I got everything out. Because as you know, well, if you are new here, you won't know, I do have fibro, so I usually haul the day before I shop. Sometimes I can manage to do it the same day, but this week not. So this is the following day. So I get my receipt and I make sure I've got everything on here. And yeah, this one is a 285 bag of mature cheese. It's a very nice cheese. £4.47, so it's gone up 7p. It's not a lot, but when you add up all the little bits that are creeping up, it adds up again, and we're already struggling as it is to buy food. So yeah, 7p up, but still really, really good one. I got 2 packets of the singles. This one, I think it's just because it's easier. I mean, if I go with this, I've got to grate it and weigh it, and it's just going to be harder. If I want to try my best to stick to eating decent, or decent within a calorie restriction, and I am doing it sensibly before anybody says anything, I'm doing it sensibly. This, you know, 1 slice and it tells you exactly what the calories are, and it's just simpler. So I have been using these more often if I want cheese with something, and so I finished them this week. So 2 packets, 65p each. I got, yeah, I know I'm gonna have to weigh this one out, but I just thought, I always go with just plain cheeses. This one's one with chives. I don't know if I've tried the chives. I've tried the flavoured ones before, but I can't remember if I've tried chive one or not. I know I looked here, this is not the light one, is it? But it's only 44 calories for a serving, which is 30 grams, which is pretty average for most of them. It's about the size of a Dairy triangle. Didn't realise this wasn't the lighter one, so I probably could have saved some calories, but still, that isn't bad. You know I like the noodles, Scott and I did use the noodles this week, last weekend, sorry. You haven't seen the video, I've just realised you haven't seen the video. There will be a video coming. We've made a miso ramen pot thingy, our own version. That will be coming up soon. I've got to finish editing, just so you know. I get the curry ones now because the curry ones are actually cheaper, only 3p, but still. Yeah, they're the cheaper ones, and I don't use the powder in them. I use stock cubes. Way better. So I won't use the curry flavouring in this. I just want it for the noodles, so I'm going to go with the cheapest one. So I picked up 2 of them, 25p each. I used all my soy sauce, which you won't know because you've not seen the video yet. So I've got a light soy sauce and a dark soy sauce, 55p each. And this was just I don't even know. I literally just started looking at yogurts and comparing them, and I don't know, seeing what was the best option that might be a really creamy one. I don't know if this is going to be it, because I haven't had ski for a long time, but I really just wanted... I was looking at Greek yogurts and stuff as well. This one just spoke to me a little bit more. £1.45 for 4 of them. Could have got a better deal with something else, but just, you know, sometimes things just speak to you, and this did. There's 2 raspberry and 2 strawberry in that one. I got 1 tin of spaghetti this week. Now, I just want to check that one actually, because I was looking, like I said, through my list just to make sure. Spaghetti, where would that be? About middle of the shop? Ah, no. Spaghetti loops, 19p. Okay. I thought it had gone up to 28, but it wasn't. That was the dried one, so we're okay. I did want a few of these. These are very low in calories, so they have been a regular. I've just, you know I go through phases, and spaghetti on toast is just doing me when I come in from work. But they only have 1 tin. I wanted to get a few of them. They only have 1 tin. This first time, it's either none or lots, but this time only 1 tin, so that's all we got. I got a thing of sweet corn. Don't get it that often. I get frustrated. It's 50p for a can, but that's too much. I would like a smaller can, but then the smaller cans work out more expensive than that, so it's frustrating. But sweet corn in like a tuna mayo, oh, so nice. Got Corey's energy drinks for work. He takes 2 to work, and this is his like caffeine fix. He doesn't do coffees. This one is £3.75 for 8 of them. I got a garlic bread. I was thinking possibly a bolognese come up soon, because that's a fairly simple meal to make. And especially with calories, it's easy to work out, and it's also a meal that I've not had for a long time. And it's, when you make it, you think, wow, so simple and so nice, why do I not make it more often? But I never do. And I know Corey and Scott really enjoy this. Garlic bread, honestly, for me, I can take it or leave it. So, but 37p, bargain, and if it's the one everyone likes, even better. I got a tomato ketchup. We're nearly out. This cost £1. I could get a cheaper one. They do cheaper Asda, but this is the 50% reduced sugar and salt. Now, I got this a long time ago because I'd run out and they just weren't getting the other one in, so I just thought, oh, just get it. So I just got it, and this is so nice compared to the other one. You would think because they've taken stuff out it wouldn't be, but it's like the texture, the taste, so nice, this one. So yeah, I think the cheaper one you can get it for 60p, and so 40p. But then this lasts us a long time because it's not the sauce that any of us particularly go for first, so that will last us a long time. Anyway, I had a fancy before I started eating better, which is a shame because I looked at it. I mean, it's workable. Marmalade, haven't had it for so long. I love jam, I love marmalade, but it's just, this isn't one I'd go to that often. 75p now. It's been so long since I bought it. I'm sure it was like 40p or something, so that was a shock. But this, again, this will be something that lasts us a long time, providing it lasts a long time once it is opened. Yeast extract, so this is basically Marmite, but it's the cheap version of it. I prefer the cheap versions. The yeast extract is usually a little bit thicker in like spreadably. You know, like Marmite, you could put a knife in and you could sort of just, it'll drizzle off. This normally wouldn't. And I just prefer, I think it's slightly stronger in taste as well. But then that could just be because it's not so runny. This been a while, again, this was less than £2 before. It's now £2.45. Not terrible, because honestly, I could probably 1 or 2 of these in a year. So it does last a very, very long time. Now again, this was a conversation we had earlier in the week. One of the girls at work, we had this ridiculously long conversation about biscuits, and she just asked us if we've had these, and neither of us had. The other girls that were talking about them. She said that they're really expensive. I think they're normally like £2.50 or something. She said you get 6 in a packet. She said that you can warm them, but she's never warmed them. Her suggestion, I've not tried them yet, as you can see. Her suggestion is you just dunk them in your cup of tea, but not for long. And she said they are out of this world. So I mean, I had to try them, and they happened to be on a deal for £1.25. So I just felt it was the week I was supposed to get them. You know, who's supposed? We don't argue with the powers that be, do we? I haven't actually looked. So, oh, 1 biscuit, 134 calories. I mean, it's way doable. Like I said, I'm doing it properly. I'm not doing a silly one. So, and I might not be doing it in a couple of days. Who knows? decaf tea bags. Again, this is something I don't buy that often. I tend to fancy a cup of tea more before I go to bed. Of all the times, it's strange, but that's when I fancy it normally. So I don't want to have caffeine because I already have sleep issues. We don't need to add to them. Normally I get the Tetley. Tetley is ridiculously expensive. I think the last time I got them, it was like a really big bag at a really cheap price. And I don't remember ever trying these. I possibly have, I just don't remember it. These are £1.35 for 80 tea bags. So the fact that decaf, you're going to pay more for them anyway. I think it's a pretty decent price. Let's hope they taste that good as well. I didn't get Corey's 2 bottles of Fizzy because he messaged me. I always say message me on a morning that I shop with anything you fancy or you want that I, you know, because I don't know, do I? And he asked for real Coke. This is £2.40. There was no way he was getting 2 of them. If he wants real Coke, that's fine, but within our budget, that's all he's getting. And as you can see, he clearly really wanted it. Once it's gone, it's gone. I got myself an Orange Crush because, as you know, this is just so nice. 80p for that one. He did also put nachos on his list, and they didn't have any of the other ones. Like I said, there was a lot of gaps, so I had to get the brand, which was on a deal. Otherwise I wouldn't have got it because I won't pay the price on. There's certain things I just won't. It's a frugal thing, you know. There's certain items have a certain monetary value that I won't go above. £1.50 for these at the moment, and I think that's a pretty decent price because £1.75 I think is the reduced price, is it? Or I got this completely wrong. I don't know, I can't remember. But £1.50 at the moment for the Doritos, and you can't get the cheese in the Asda zone anymore, so that's like a treat for him. Crisps, again, we still don't need them, but randomly there'll be weeks when they just don't have them, so I am going to, it will be one of those things I'm just going to keep buying one a week, whether it's from here or Aldi, because I'm feeling like Aldi's coming up soon. Yeah, it will just be on the shopping every week for a while. Let's get some stocks going. £3.60 for 24 bags. You get 6 prawn cocktails, 6 cheese and onions, 6 salt and vinegar, and 6 ready salted, and they're pretty decent. Now the rolls, I got this packet, 70p for 2. I wanted the large ones because the burgers that I got for Corey are larger anyway. And they just didn't have much choice. This was pretty much the only choice if I wanted a large one. And if I wanted the small ones, there wasn't much choice in those either. So I just paid it. 70p for 2. Yeah, it is what it is. Now the beef lasagna, normally I'd say this is for Corey, but this is actually for me. I was thinking I haven't had a lasagna for the longest time. So I thought I'd go with this one. It's £1. This is the one Corey would normally have, and he's always enjoyed it. So 420, I thought this was good. 422 calories for that. So I can add some salad or some veggies with it. Quite looking forward to that. I don't really do ready meals that often. Occasionally, not that often. But I just feel like, you know, if I want to try and stick to this, and there's just times when I can't be bothered to calorie count rather than just, oh, I'll just eat whatever. That's just a simple option, isn't it? I wanted to get Corey some of the burgers. You know, I've seen these ones. I can't remember, what brand do we get? Is it Bird's Eye? I think it's Bird's Eye. These are the ones with like the Rice Krispie coating. Now, I've never seen these ones before. This is a turkey one. Bernard Matthews. It's on a deal for £2.54. That's actually a very, very good price. So the other ones, the Bird's Eye ones, were not on that price deal. So just thought we'd go with that, and Corey will let us know. Started on the French fries. Like I said, he has his dinner in the morning because it's when he finishes his shift. So he had pie and chips, I think. He doesn't, like I said, he leaves the packages out the side if he finishes something because he never knows what I've hauled or what I haven't. So that's just to be safe, he'll just leave them on the side so I can bin it if it's not any good because I've done it, or keep it and ready to haul, like we shall see in a minute. £2.45, that was a long explanation again. £2.45 for 1.5 kilogram, pretty average. That was all the Asda. Then I went into Iceland first, and I got this. Now normally the sweet and sour chicken and rice, he's had these sort of ones before in most places, but I thought, my thought process was that some of the Iceland versions he's actually enjoying more. let me go here first. Let me explain this for a moment. So I bought these the other week, and well, a few weeks ago I first bought one for Corey, knowing that he's not really a fan of the chips and curry sauce. He tried and said, you know what, Mum, I think that's the best one we've ever had. So I had the one I bought for myself, and I agree, this is way better than any of the other curry sauce and chips ready meals I've ever had. This is, it's not like you eat it and it's, oh my god, that is just out of this world. It's just, it's the best one of the ready meals. I enjoyed it so much I got one each again, because I enjoyed it that much. I want to have another one. And again, I mean, our started calories, let's just carry on with the calories, shall we? It's 380 calories for that, so I can have curry sauce and chips and a slice of bread and still be within everything and feel like I'm not dieting. That's the best way to diet. So that's in the freezer again for if I fancy it. But that made me think, because this is so much better, maybe other things will be. So I went with the sweet and sour chicken and rice. These are £1 again, and he'll just let me know, because a lot of the time these are just quite bland. They're not very sweet and soury, they're just quite watery. So we will see. Gives him another option if he does like it. This one I haven't bought before. This is one that he did eat. There was no leftovers, so I'm assuming that they're good. The picture does not do it any favours whatsoever. I think that's why I've been putting off buying it. This one is £1. I got the crispy pancakes again. I only got the cheese and ham because we do have some stocks going. I am buying too many of these ready meals, but that's a good thing. So, you know, times when I've got to spend out for something else, the option's there. I got the cheese and ham because I don't know why I thought he'd eaten that, but he hadn't. He'd eaten the mince one that they do as well. So now he has 2 of them, but it's not a biggie, he likes them. And the pizzas, we got a thin and crusty ham and pineapple and the pepperoni. I had been getting the pepperoni like French stick type ones, but they didn't have any this week, so we just went with those, and they're £1 each. And as I've mentioned before, Corey eats a bowl of cereal before he goes to work, and then has his dinner when he gets back. And he just asked me to pick up Crunchy Nut. He can't remember if he's after a specific tasting one, but he can't remember if this is it. It's on a deal for £2.50 in Iceland at the moment, which is actually really good. I did have to Google because I don't buy a lot of cereals that often. So I did do a quick Google of what Asda is, and it was £3 something, so it's cheaper in Iceland at this particular moment. And that is our haul. So I hope prices have helped you out a little bit and you found it a little bit interesting. You know, I have an explanation for everything. I don't know what it is. I just can't just buy something just because most of the time. Occasionally, but most of the time I've got to have a reason for it. Oh, something I did remember. The pizza burgers. Did tell you I'd let you know. I was sure we was going to have eaten them by now. I haven't, but Corey did have one. He said it doesn't taste like, he said it doesn't taste like a pizza burger. He said it tastes like a spiced burger, but a really good burger, and he would have them again. I can't tell you because I haven't had one yet. I will have to do that, but I did say I would let you know. I honestly thought I'd forget, so I'm quite impressed with myself that I remembered that. I think because I've just played it over so many times in my head, don't forget, so I think that's the reason I remembered. So I was going to say something else and I can't remember what it was. It couldn't have been anything important. Yeah, so I mean, the anxiety, seriously. So a lot of our shops, like before, we was getting like, yeah, £40-ish was sort of our average. It's getting up there, isn't it? It's getting a lot closer to the £60, and as it's going, like, once I pass the £50 mark, the anxiety, it's ridiculous. I don't have to pick these things up. We will manage without. That's why I stock up with so many other things. But you know, sometimes you just think, no, I just need to get that, or that's on my list and I haven't quite got that. And honestly, frightens me. The anxiety of this is I'm gonna have to take some tablets just to calm me down when I go shopping now. It's scary out there, people. So that's another haul done, another week done. I've got footage in my camera as we speak, 2 videos ready to go once I've edited them. So hopefully 2 videos will be up next week. Keep fingers crossed for me that I don't procrastinate too much. Yeah, so I'm quite excited. Feel like we need to do a live soon, but I don't want to do it in the house, so I've got to try and figure out the best day weather and where to go and all that good stuff, because I want it to be interesting. Yeah, so hopefully got some good stuff coming up on this channel now. now. We always have good stuff on this channel. I've got to pick myself up sometimes, right? So that's it. I am going to go now because I'm out of things to talk about. Relevant to the haul anyway. I am sending out good vibes as I always do. I hope you're catching some, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.